What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Birds Backfield podcast. Today's going to be a sad one. It's one that we probably saw for a long time coming, but it finally happened today. The Eagles traded Zach Ertz, so it's going to be me and Alex, or Philly Eagles only, talking about it today. Basic raw reactions. Nothing here is planned. Obviously, it's unexpected. Alex, basic thoughts as soon as you saw the trade. What were you thinking?
Well, obviously, it's really sad. Zach Ertz is one of the best Eagles players of all time, but I also really like the compensation. You're getting, the compensation. Is it the best draft compensation ever? No, but you're getting rid of a guy who was getting older, and he's also needs a contract after this year. And also, Tay Gowan is a guy who I really liked coming out of this draft. He's not really the most athletic guy, but he's really solid. I think he's got some issues with his hips that are really concerning, but I think he's got some really good raw physical talent. Well, not physical talent, but just like he's a smart player. He's always got a nose for the football, in my opinion. He's a good tackler. So I like the player that we got back in return. The compensation, it isn't great, but you're kind of expecting that. So I think it's all right. I like the deal. It's obviously sad. Zach Ertz, one of my favorite players of all time. But if we're talking just straight facts here, yeah, it's a good trade.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Emotionally, it's hard to kind of not understand, but hard to deal with. He's obviously an all-time Eagle. He's an all-time favorite player for pretty much every fan out there. So to have sort of that piece of the team ripped away from you, it's very upsetting to see happen. It almost feels like it shouldn't have gone down the way it did, but it did. So yeah, it's just rough. It's just emotional. It's hard to deal with. There's obviously, I think for fans, there's going to be a grieving period. I don't know how long that is, but it's something that we're going to have to deal with. As far as the logistics of the trade go, I mean, it's certainly not what they would have gotten 3 years ago for him, like not even close. But it is what it is. I think they got a good return, like you said, a nice young corner that they liked. I think you used the term raw talent. I think that was a good term. I believe he didn't play last year because he opted out for COVID. I heard someone say that. I don't know if it's true.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard someone else say that too, so I wasn't sure. But so he's technically a rookie now. And not technically, but he basically is playing.
Well, let me correct you on that. Sorry. He opted out in college. That's when he opted out.
Oh, he wasn't in the NFL last
year. He was drafted this year.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I was confused about. But either way, they're getting a nice young talent. So it's exciting to add that kind of piece to the offense. The draft pick is the draft pick. I really don't care about that. It is what it is. They're either going to make the pick or they're going to mess it up. But the player is really what you traded for, and I think they did a good job getting a return for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said before, Tay Gowan was a guy who I really liked coming into this draft. I had, I think, around a 4th or 3rd round grade on him. Some analysts even had a first-round grade, or excuse me, not first-round grade. That's a reach. They had a 2nd or 3rd round grade on him before he initially opted out. So, listen, this guy, give us some time, okay? I feel like this is a good move for the Eagles. Obviously, it's sad, but it's definitely a good move.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking up information now, just like I'm looking up like Ertz on like his contract and like his stats, and it's just I'm seeing Cardinals logos next to him, and that's just it's really upsetting. Like for Spot Track his contract, Cardinals tight end, like it's upsetting to see. I guess you wouldn't have thought it, but it's a good move for the Cardinals too. Like from their perspective, they're getting a really good player.
Oh,
I think he's
absolutely.
going to really rebound his career there and make his. I think if he wanted any shot to continue his Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame journey, he couldn't have found a better spot for him to do it. That's a great offense. That's a great team. If he can get another ring there, which obviously that's wishful thinking in a sense, but I really do think he has the opportunity. He's only 30. Like he just turned 30. He has the opportunity to really like rebound his career and make himself a Hall of Famer by the end of it.
Oh, dude, he's got a real good shot to make the Hall of Fame. If he's really good with the Cardinals, and I'm not saying like a Pro Bowl tight end, but if he's just really good, sort of hovering around that like bottom of the top 10 range, I think he's got a shot to be a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. Just going off his resume.
Like, if you look at his career numbers here in Philly, outside of 2018 when he set all those records, his average was like anywhere in like the 800-yard range and anywhere between like 4 and 8 touchdowns. If he can do that for another 3 to 4 years in his career, I think he's a Hall of Famer. He'll have the
Oh,
numbers.
100%. 100%. And I feel like a lot of things are going to open up for Ertz because of the talent around him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Philly, he was the main target a lot of the times. But he's got DeAndre Hopkins on the outside. Rondell Moore's a burner. Christian Kurtz having a really solid season.
Yeah.
AJ Green, he's sort of at the end of his career, but he's still a serviceable option. I feel like Ertz is bound to really, really thrive in that offense, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, if you really want to think about it, that's probably the best weapon he's ever played with. I would say it is. And I don't think there's ever been a weapon better than him in the offense that has drawn double teams. It's always been Ertz. So now he's going to be freed, and it's going to be his job to take advantage of that one-on-one coverage most of the time, and I think he will, and I think he's really going to rebound. I'm excited to watch him play. I'm rooting for them to do make some noise in the NFC now. They're really a good team, and they just got a whole lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I said this on my Instagram story. I'm a Cardinals fan for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm really pulling for
I've
them.
always been a really big fan of Kyler Murray, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just want to say one thing about DeAndre Hopkins, though. You're talking about how it's the first time where Ertz is playing with somebody who's as capable as a receiver as DeAndre Hopkins is. Would it be nice if the Eagles traded for him in 2020?
Right?
Like, how about that, dude? How about that? How about Carson Wentz doesn't freak out when Jalen Hurts gets drafted, and his mentality doesn't go down, and now we're like one of the best teams in the NFC. How about that?
Yeah. And what's funny about it is that the rumor at the time was that they could have traded a second-round pick and Miles Sanders for him.
Right.
So the guy that they don't even run the ball with, and a pick they spent on a backup quarterback at the time, could have been spent on a top 3 receiver in the NFL. Like that's just insane to me. How much? Yeah. And when you put it that way, it really puts into perspective how bad the general manager is at the time. Like, it's just, man, that's bad.
Very bad missed opportunity for the Eagles there. And also, too, even if you want to say, oh, well, the Eagles really liked Miles Sanders at the time. He was a rookie coming off a really good season. Yeah, but the organization's philosophy is to not run the ball. Like, Jeffrey Lurie has been a pass-heavy guy for his entire ownership career. So why the hell aren't you doing that deal? You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was defending it. But now I really see, wow, that was really stupid.
And even if
DeAndre Hopkins.
And even if they do give the ball to Sanders, like, he's a running back. He's easily replaceable. You can get another running back out of the draft.
Absolutely.
Like, he's not a once-in-a-lifetime player. Now, like, I think this is a no-brainer with Miles Sanders. I think if you're talking about a player like, just for example, like Nick Chubb, then I think you're having kind of a discussion. But even then, I think if I was the Eagles with Nick Chubb at the time, maybe I do pull the trigger. But like with Miles Sanders, I don't think there's even a question. You should have done the trade considering he was just coming off a rookie year. Like, I don't know. That was a blown opportunity, but now Ertz gets to thrive with him, so I'm excited for him.
Could you imagine, and like, I know we're getting off topic here, but 2019 Carson Wentz mixed with Zach Ertz mixed with DeAndre Hopkins, assuming you probably still draft Rager with that. But Goddard as well. You'd probably go running back by committee. That's a pretty damn good offense. Maybe last year isn't as bad, or maybe the Eagles win that division, the NFC East. So I know we're talking about hypotheticals here, but
no, I mean, it's all raw reaction.
That trade, that no trade really might have sent this franchise back.
And it would have been even crazier if they had gotten D-Hop and then – because, I mean, that was following the 2019 season. So their 21st pick was pretty much already locked. Imagine if they had done D-Hop and then they had taken Justin Jefferson with that 21st pick. I mean, like, this offense would have been crazy, and I still think Wentz is the quarterback and Ertz is still here, and everything is what it should have been. But it's not, so we got to deal with it.
One thing that I want to say, just talking about this hypothetical here, is you're probably right about the Eagles drafting Justin Jefferson because DeAndre Hopkins, he is a deep threat. He's not like a fast guy, but he's a deep threat. And I think that the Eagles would be saying, "Oh, Justin Jefferson would fit beautifully in the scheme as a great slot option," or maybe they draft Patrick Queen, or maybe they draft a corner. It's frustrating, but nonetheless, get back on topic. I'm happy for Zach Ertz. I'm excited to see him ball out, and hopefully the Cardinals they go on a little bit of a run because I'm gonna be rooting for him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. They got a really good team. It was funny in his press conference. He said Jordan Hicks was recruiting them all year, so it's gonna be nice to see them two together. I know they play the Colts later in the season. Not to bring that up, but that's gonna be cool to see them back together for a day. I don't know. We don't play the Cardinals this year. I believe we probably play them next year. So
yeah, we do next year. I think
when that day comes, it'll be nice to see him either back in Philly or us down there. It'll probably be him here actually because we were there last year. So that'll be a nice reunion to see. It's just a sad day. Like regardless of the return, it's just a sad move.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap this short episode up. We just wanted to do a quick thoughts on the move. We're both satisfied but disappointed at the same time. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyways, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also like the video. And we're planning on doing more of these episodes. So, yeah. If you guys have any suggestions for future podcasts, just drop them in the comments and we'll check them out. Anyways, I don't know about you, Nick, but I'm about ready to head up out of here.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right. Take care, y'all, and go Birds. Peace out.